So we've recently released this new feature where you can, instead of requesting just context, you can actually ask for an answer and the answer will come back with citations. So under the hood, context link will connect to all of your connected sources. So, knowledge bases like Notion or Basecamp, as well as drives like Google, OneDrive, etc. And then also any websites you've connected and emails. So we've recently had an inbound request from a big potential client, and they sent through a 2 or 3 page spec of what they need out of provider. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to try this new ask question skill out. So yeah, under the hood, it will pull the most relevant context on the question we give it, and then it'll feed that through to a lightweight AI, which will then summarize and give us a very concise paragraph answer back with citations. And that's kind of the important bit. We want to make sure that it's not hallucinating. Cool. So let's do that. I'm in Cowork and I'm already in the folder where this product spec is. So what I'm going to do is say, can you read through and I'll blur this out, but just to show you, it's one of these things that comes in multiple parts, and then at the very end is more of a kind of bullet point expectations. Can you read through and then use context link to ask questions about each. Please include citations below. We'll check back in a second. We'll see how it's done. Okay, so this is about 5 minutes later, and I reworded it slightly so you can see it has 6 questions, and then it's going through each one of them here. And the lovely thing is it links to the actual citation that it used. So here we're talking about mid-sale flexibility, and it's pulled from our how to manage pre-order inventory on Shopify blog post. Down here, got some procurement stuff. It's pulled from different citations. We got a couple of alternative pages, and for example, this one, we got a competitor who is the merchant of record. This customer's asking if we are a merchant of record, which we're not. So yeah, it's done the right thing there. Okay, and we can have a look at its result, which is created, but let's just have a look at the sources it pulled from. Responses. Cool, so you can see each of these. Let's just click on this one at random. And this is the question. This is the result it gave back to the LLM, Claude, and then you can see all the citations which it's included. And it's a little bit more than that because you can see there's many more sources than there are citations. And that's because under the hood, we still pull all of that big amount of context. So it looks like 7 or 8 different articles. And then we pass it to this lightweight AI who will figure out which sources to use and what the answer should actually be. And we can see that happens with all of them. They get different citations. They'll pull from the relevant sources because all the context is embedded. So it's all understandable by meaning. It's not just keyword. And then that means by the time that the answer makes it back here, all you've got is these compact chunks of just the right answer backed up by citations. So we know it's not hallucinating. And then Claude just needs to worry about the important part of stitching it together and using that data. So that's the new context link ask question endpoint. And I'll just open this up. I may have to blur it if it says the actual customer's name, but just to give you an idea. So it's gone through each of these points because I think it was 5 or 6 questions or requirements. Yeah, so hopefully that is useful. And yeah, we started to use this new ask question feature quite a bit. So yeah, quite excited about it. Cheers.